director of the show. I have a few announcements to make before we begin. First of all, we left off the name of someone very important in our stage crew, Pat Sickalese, who couldn't have done half the work without him. It was just an oversight. And there is a slight error in the program, one of the parts. Ernestine Scribbler in The World's Funniest Joke is not Arlene Goodman, it's Gladys Sisselman. Other than that, I would like to say, please turn off your cell phones now so they don't ring during the show. Please, no flash photography during the show. It throws everybody off with the flash blasting in their eyes. And finally, if you're going to have some candy that's wrapped, please unwrap it now. Okay? We'd like it to be quiet during the show. But we want you to laugh loud and long. So you can make noise as long as you're laughing. Well, thank you for coming, and I hope you have a good time.
I'd love to be 6 again. On the morning of her birthday, he got up bright and early, and off they went to a local theme park. What a day. He put on every ride in the park. The Death Slide, the Screaming Loop, the Wall of Fear. Everything there was. Wow. 5 hours later, she staggered out of the theme park, her head reeling, her stomach upside down. Right to a Johnny Rockets they went, where her husband ordered her a double hamburger and a vanilla shake. Then it was off to the movies to see the latest Star Wars epic, and hot dogs, popcorn, and M&Ms. What a fabulous adventure. Finally, she wobbled home with her husband and collapsed in bed. He leaned over and lovingly asked, "Well, dear, what was it like being 6 again?" With one eye open, she said, "You idiot, I meant my dress size."
You know, that's really pretty funny. I know this story about 2 elderly ladies. They were speaking to one another on a park bench. I can see it now.
I'm sort of embarrassed. I don't know how to say this. We've been living here together in Fox Hills for over 7 years, and we've been sitting on this bench for over 20 minutes. And no matter how much I try to recall your name, I can't remember your name. Please tell me, what is your name?
How soon do you have to know?
That's funny. It reminds me of another joke with 2 old ladies. I can see it now.
driving at my age. How's it going for you?
Oh, it's not bad at all. I'm one of the lucky ones, I guess. Now that I'm over 70, I really can't complain. As a matter of fact, the other day, I looked into a Christian bookstore, and I saw a bumper sticker that said, "Honk if you love the Lord." Well, I was feeling pretty sassy that day because I had just come from a thrilling choir performance and a thunderous prayer meeting. So I went in and I bought the bumper sticker and I put it on my car. And am I glad I did? What an uplifting experience I had.
You had an uplifting experience from a bumper sticker?
Absolutely. You see, I was stopped at a red light at a very busy intersection. And I was just lost in thought about the Lord and how good He is. And I didn't notice that the light changed. Well, if the man behind me hadn't honked, I'd never have noticed. And then I found out that lots of people love the Lord.
You mean everyone was honking at you?
Oh, not only did they honk, but while I was sitting there, the guy behind me, he just leaned out of his window and he screamed, "Go! Go! For God's sake, go!" What an exuberant cheerleader he was. Well, everyone started honking, so I leaned out and I smiled and waved, and I even honked my horn too.
Wow, what an awesome experience!
The man another guy behind me, he must have been from Florida, because I heard him say something about a sunny beach. And then someone else started yelling and screaming, and he stuck his hand and arm out the window and he put his middle finger up right at me. Well, I didn't know what that meant, so I asked my grandson, who was sitting in the back seat, what it meant. And he said that it was a Hawaiian good luck sign. Well, I don't know anyone from Hawaii, so I leaned out and I gave him the Hawaiian good luck sign right back. Oh, he was caught up in a religious experience.
It seems that everyone's joy was very contagious.
Oh, absolutely. A couple of people even got out of their cars and they started walking toward me. I'm sure they wanted to pray with me or find out what church I went to. But that's when I noticed that the light changed. And so I just had to think about what I was going to do.
So what did you do?
Well, I drove through the intersection, and I turned around and I saw the light changed again, and I was really feeling bad for all the loving people that were there. So I just started up as I drove away, and I leaned down and I gave them the and off I went.
Praise the Lord! What a heartwarming story!
Absolutely, all in the name of the Lord. Amen.
Very funny. I'm reminded of something that happened when I was downstairs earlier today. These two guys were talking about health and about medical insurance and doctors, and I said to them, can't you stop talking about doctors and can't you talk about something that's funny? Well, you won't believe it, but one of the guys who was complaining turned to me and said, you want something funny? I'm going to tell you something funny. I'll tell you a joke. He then proceeded to tell me this story, and he was so descriptive and detailed that he had me in stitches. I can just see it now. This guy goes into a haberdashery shop and tells the salesman that for his 70th birthday coming up, he needs a new jacket.
Good afternoon. Hi, I'm here to get a new jacket for my 70th birthday party. Can you help me?
Sure, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I'll certainly help you. How about this beautiful gabardine blue jacket?
Well, I think I would like something a little more exciting.
Okay. baby wool llama import. Let me help you on it.
Thank you. Wow, it does feel marvelous. Let me take it home and show it to my wife.
That'll be fine.
Hi, honey.
Wow, look at the new jacket I got for my 70th birthday party.
Oh,
Really? Isn't it beautiful?
What fabric? That is magnificent. But just a moment, look. The left sleeve is longer than the right one.
Oh my God, I didn't notice that. Let me take it back, I'm sure they're correct.
Okay, honey.
Excuse me, sir. My wife just noticed that the left sleeve is longer than the right sleeve. Can you make an adjustment?
She's quite right. We sure can make an
Oh,
adjustment.
thank you.
I'll get the tailor out here. Hey, Sarah, could you give me a minute out here?
What seems to be the problem?
It seems the left sleeve is longer than the right one.
Oh, yeah, I see. But it's such gorgeous material. What a shame it would be to cut and make holes in the fabric and then to have to sew it again. Let me see. I think that does it. It looks fine now.
It's perfect.
Let me take it back to my wife. Thank
Show
you.
your wife.
Honey, they fixed it. Look how nice it is now. Look
Yes,
at that.
the sleeves look like straight as a racehorse on a photo finish.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but look now, the right shoulder is higher than the left one.
You sure?
Take a look in the mirror, you'll see.
Oh my God, you're right. Let me take it back.
Okay, dear.
I hate to be a pest again, but the right shoulder is higher than the left shoulder.
Yes, I think you're right. No problem. I'll get the tailor out here. Hey, Sarah, we need you again out here.
What seems to be wrong?
The right shoulder seems higher than the left shoulder.
Let me see. You know, you're right. I'll tell you what. Hunch your left shoulder like this, and let's see how it looks. Oh, it's perfect. Go home, show your wife. She'll love it.
Good luck.
Honey, I think they fixed it.
Well, the sleeves are even, the shoulders. I must be going blind. How didn't I notice the lapels are not even?
No.
Yeah, take a look. I mean,
Oh.
they're just not even.
I'll go back and give him a piece of all mine. Excuse me, I hate to be a pest again, but the lapels are not even.
That's right, you're right again. Hey, Sarah, I hope you're still here. Please
Here I
come out.
am. What's the matter?
Sarah, the lapels are not even now.
Let's take a look. Let's see now. Oh, you look gorgeous. Go home, show your wife. She'll love it.
Thank you.
Thank you, I
You're
think.
welcome.
Hey, mister, please, wait a moment.
Yes, what do you
I
want?
have to speak.
Sure.
You must tell me, who is your tailor?
Why the hell do you want to know who my tailor is?
Are you kidding? Anyone who could fit a body like yours has got to be the greatest tailor in the world.
Come to think of it, your haberdasher joke reminds me of a very funny joke that starts in a doctor's office and ends up in a haberdasher's shop.
Doc, I need help. My whole life is terrible. It's ruined every afternoon. Everything has to stop because I have this situation.
What situation?
About 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Every afternoon, I get a stiffening in my neck, a tightening in my throat, and a pain in my chest.
Oh my goodness, let me check you out.
Please.
Let's see now, your pulse seems to be normal. And I'm going to take my little pink stethoscope and check your chest. That seems to be clear. I'm going to look at your blood work. Got it all back. You see, you got blood. You seem to be completely normal.
Yeah, well, you can say I'm completely normal, but I have this problem and I can't live with it. Like I say, every afternoon about 3 o'clock, I get this tightening in my throat, a stiff neck, and a pain in my chest. I gotta stop everything I'm doing, and I can't work, I can't do anything. Everything gets put aside until I'm feeling better. I can't go on like this.
I have a doctor that you should see. You should see Dr. Gold. She's a specialist in stiff necks, throats, and pains in the chest. Dr. Gold, would you look at this patient, please?
Here, let me take a look at you. Ooh. Listen here, just a second. Except for the dirt under those fingernails, the wax in your ears, your bloodshot eyes, and your bad breath. I can find no reason for you to have a tightness in your throat, a stiffness in your neck, or a pain in your chest.
Every afternoon around 3 o'clock. But tell me, isn't there somebody who specializes in this?
Aha! We should consult with Herr Berger. Herr Berger! Europe's foremost authority on these maladies.
Good.
2 weeks later, after consulting with Herr Berger,
Mr. Hill, have a seat, please. I have the results of your many tests that Herr Berger took. I see that we have found the reasoning for the tightening in your throat, the stiffness in your neck, and the pain in your chest. Your body is producing too much testosterone. But there is a cure. It's a very rare disease, but there is a cure. The only treatment is castration. What? Are you out of your mind? Come on.
For my symptoms? Oh, gee, that's crazy. But what am I going to do? I can't go on like this. Schedule the operation.
You got it.
2 weeks later, after the operation,
Good afternoon.
Hi!
Oh, I just had this terrible operation. And I'm feeling blue and depressed. And I thought maybe if I bought myself a new suit, it would make me feel good.
That's just the right thing to do. I can help you. Let's see, you're a size 42 long.
Can you believe it? He didn't measure me. Nothing. And he knows my size. That's unbelievable.
Well, sir, I've been in this business a long time. And you just know when you see somebody.
Well, that's very impressive.
How about this 42 long?
Oh, that's a nice, oh, that's very nice. Good.
Yeah. Now, how about a shirt?
Oh, of course, I get a new suit. Gotta get a new shirt with it, right?
Well, you're obviously 16 neck and a 33-inch sleeve.
Again! Amazing! Didn't touch me, didn't measure me, nothing. He knows my size. That's absolutely wonderful.
Well, when you're in the business a long time, you can tell.
Right.
now, how about a tie?
Oh, absolutely. I made a tie with a new shirt.
I think this.
Oh, would
Paisley?
you look at that? Ooh, just what I would have picked for myself.
Great.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
We're all set now except for underwear.
Oh, yeah, of course. Do everything. I need new underwear with it.
I see you as a 42 boxer.
What? What do you mind? I wear a 36 jockey short.
Well, excuse me, I see you as a 42 boxer.
Oh, please. I've been wearing a size 36 jockey short to work for the last 20 years.
All right, fine then. If that's what you want, it'll be a 36 jockey.
Right.
But don't be surprised if every afternoon about 3 o'clock, you get a tightening in the throat, a stiff neck, a terrible pain.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Well, after 15 years, I have finally been named CEO of my company. And I would like to celebrate by purchasing a beautiful business suit. But I don't want just any suit off the rack. I want something special. Can you help me?
Sure. You see the bulks of material over here? You pick out something you like.
Popcorn, Cracker Jack, rubber balloons. Popcorn, Cracker Jack, rubber balloons.
I'll just have to take your measurements. Let's see.
Okay, I'd like a businessman suit.
Yeah, okay. 33-inch sleeve, 28 waist,
Qualified.
and a 16-inch shoulder. Okay, and we'll make that up for you. And besides
Can you
that,
make extra wide lapels?
oh, sure. But in addition to that, I'm going to give you pockets. Right?
I don't think so. I didn't want pockets. I didn't ask for pockets. Remove them.
I don't have an eraser. What shall I do?
Rubber balloons. Rubber balloons. Rubber balloons.
Well, after sharing all these jokes, I think it would be appropriate to tell you about the world's funniest joke.
The world's funniest joke? Go ahead. I'm all ears.
This lady is Ernestine Scribbner, writer of jokes. In a few moments, she will write the funniest joke in the world. And as a consequence, she will die laughing. It was obvious that this joke was lethal. No one could read this joke and live. 11 o'clock, comedy struck this little house on Dibley Road. Sudden, violent comedy. The police have sealed off the area, and Scotland Yard's crack inspector is on the scene now.
I shall attempt to enter the house and remove the joke. Aided by the chanting of laments of the men of Division Q, the atmosphere thus created will protect me in the eventuality of my having to read the joke.
There goes a brave man. Whether he comes out alive or not, this will surely be remembered as one of the most courageous and gallant acts in police history. So it was not long before the Army became interested in the military potential of this killer joke. Under top security, the joke was hurried off to a meeting of the Allied commanders at the Ministry of War.
Fantastic! Tell me how you were able to translate the funniest joke in the world without all the translators dying.
Well, it wasn't easy. We worked under joke-proof conditions for 6 months in the early years. And each man had to wear earplugs. And not only that, he had to translate only one word at a time. Of course, there was the time when the guy accidentally heard 2 words, ended up in the ICU for 3 weeks. But we got through that, and finally, in July, we had it finished in a form that the Americans could not understand, but the Iraqis could.
So, on July 8th, the joke was first told to the enemy in the suburbs of Baghdad.
Tell the joke! And make sure all the men have earplugs. And the only word is one word, so that they won't die.
Well, the joke brigade told the joke. The Iraqis reared up in hysterics. It was a fantastic success. Over 60,000 times more powerful than Britain's great pre-war joke, and one which Saddam just couldn't match. Suddenly, as the joke brigade returns to their quarters, one of them sees something and gives a signal, at which time they all dive for cover. From their secure positions again, they insert their earplugs, and reading one word at a time, they tell the deadly joke. Now you can see why we're having such a problem winning the war in Iraq. Well, they chant the joke again, and all of the remaining Iraqis start laughing helplessly, some dropping to the ground. The Iraqi casualties were appalling. Meanwhile, a terrorist who survived hearing the joke was being interrogated at Iraqi hospital.
I want to know the joke.
I can't tell you anything by my name, rank, and serial number.
If you do not tell me the joke, I shall torture you.
Oh, I cannot stand the pain. I cannot stand it.
Rumsfeld, torture us.
Anything but that. Okay. It's in my hand there.
Meanwhile, in Lebanon, in the autumn of '06, the Al-Qaeda, with the help of some Nazis, were working on a joke of their own. By December, the joke was completed, and Osama gave the order for the German joke to be translated and broadcast in English.
Now, we tried to get a radio to work in this Fox Hills development. I been sent here to tell you the joke because we can't get a radio out here to play it. The joke goes like this. Fellow says, you know, I've been going to my psychiatrist for 12 months now. And I lie on the couch, and I do all the talking, and he doesn't say anything. Yesterday, after 12 months, he says to me, young no hablo inglés.
In 2006, it became obvious that it was impossible to devise a joke as funny as the original one created by Ernestine Scribble. Nor was there any question against dying or any protection against dying from the laughter ever hearing it. So no nation was capable of a defense against this joke, funniest joke in the world. Kofi Annan, the Secretary General of the United Nations, deplored the use of the funniest joke in the world as a weapon of mass destruction. In the end, it was the end of the joke.
Very funny indeed.
Well, joke warfare was banned at a special session of the United Nations. And in August of 2006, the last remaining copy of the joke was laid to rest in the East River, killing all fish but 3.
Also gave me time to think of another funny joke.
How amazing. Okay, I'm ready and waiting.
Now picture this. A blonde hurries into the emergency room late one night with the tip of her index finger shut off. How did this happen, the emergency room doctor asked. Well, I was trying to commit suicide, the blonde replied. What? Sputtered the doctor. You tried to commit suicide by shooting your index finger off? No, silly, the blonde said. First, I put the gun to my chest, and I thought, I just made $6,000 for these breast implants. I'm not shooting myself in the chest. So then, asked the doctor, then I put the gun to my mouth, and I thought, I just made $3,000 to get my teeth straightened. I'm not shooting myself in the mouth. So then I put the gun to my ear. And I thought, this is going to make a loud noise. So I put my finger in the other ear before I pulled the trigger.
How about this one, where this guy is sitting at the edge of a skyscraper threatening to jump. One of the cleaning ladies leans out the window and starts reasoning with him.
What's it all about? I'm disgusted. Life is short. You work hard. You slave. You suffer. And then before you know it, you're not here anymore.
Stop!
Why should I stop?
Don't do it!
Why should I hang around any longer?
Well, there's so much to live for.
Like what?
Well, are you religious?
Yes.
Well, me too. Are you a Christian or a Buddhist?
Christian.
Really? Me too. Are you a Catholic or a Protestant?
Protestant.
Wow, me too. Well, then, are you Episcopalian or a Baptist?
I'm a Baptist.
Gee, I can hardly believe it. Let me tell you, I
Baptist too. Tell me, are you Baptist Church of God or the Baptist Church of the Lord?
Oh, life is looking up again. I'm Baptist Church of God.
Well, you may find this very hard to believe, but I too am a follower of the Baptist Church of God. But let me ask you, do you follow the original Baptist Church of God or the Reformed Baptist Church of God?
The Reformed Baptist Church of God, of course.
Unbelievable! So am I. Tell me, are you Reformed Baptist Church of God, Reformation of 1878, or Reformation of 1915?
Reformed Baptist Church of God, Reformation of 1915.
What? 1915? Jump! Go ahead and jump, you do.
Do you know any jokes about getting into heaven?
Why, sure I do. This guy dies and gets to the pearly gates and meets with St. Peter. St. Peter explains that it's not as easy as most people think to get into heaven.
I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, but it's not easy to get into heaven. There are some criteria which must be met. For instance, were you a religious man in life? So let me ask you a question. Did you attend religious services?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's too bad. Were you a generous person? Did you contribute to charities?
No.
Did you give to the poor?
Never.
God. Did you ever help a neighbor?
No.
Look, everybody does something good. Sometime. Work with me, will you? I'm trying to help you now. Think.
Once there was this old lady. I was coming out of a store, and I saw this old lady surrounded by a group of fighters. They had shoved her to the ground, taken her purse, and were taunting and abusing her. Well, I got so mad I threw down my packages, fought my way through the crowd, and managed to get her purse back. After I had helped her to her feet, I was still angry. I went out and I found myself the biggest, baddest fighter. I went right up to him and I told him how despicable, cowardly, and mean he was. And then I spat in his face.
God, that's so impressive. How long ago did this happen?
5-10 minutes.
Recently, a teacher, a garbage collector, and a lawyer wound up together at the pearly gates. St. Peter informed them that in order to get into heaven, they would each have to answer one question.
First, I would like to ask the teacher a question. What was the name of the ship that crashed into an iceberg?
Oh, they made a movie of that. The Titanic.
That's absolutely correct. Please, welcome to heaven. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Heaven doesn't really need all these odors and germs. Oh, this guy's bringing it all here. But I'm going to make his question a little bit harder. How many people died on this ship that went into the iceberg?
I saw that movie also. there were exactly 1,228 people that died in the Titanic.
That's absolutely correct. Welcome to heaven.
I'm at your disposal.
Now for the lawyer. What were the names of the 1,200?
What about these three friends die in a car accident? They go to heaven. St. Peter greets them at the gates and says,
When you're in your casket, and your family and your friends are mourning you, what is it you would like to hear them say on your behalf?
I'd like to hear them say he was a great doctor of his time and a wonderful family man.
Welcome to heaven, my son.
I would like to hear them say that she was a wonderful wife and school teacher and made a huge difference in the children of tomorrow.
Welcome to heaven, my dear child.
When I'm lying in my casket and my friends are looking down at me, I would like to hear them say, "Look, she's moving!"
Did you hear what happened when Mother Teresa died and went to heaven?
you know, I haven't heard that one. Could you please continue?
St. Peter greets her at the pearly gates.
Be thou hungry, Mother Teresa.
I could eat.
So St. Peter opens a can of tuna and reaches for a chunk of rye bread, and they share it.
Tuna and rye bread. But down there, they're having huge steaks, lobsters, pheasants, pastries, and wines.
The next day, Peter again invites her to join him for a meal.
Be thou hungry, Mother Teresa.
I could eat.
Again, it is tuna and rye bread. Once again, Mother Teresa can see the denizens of hell enjoying caviar, champagne, lamb, truffles, and chocolate. The following day, mealtime arrives, and another can of tuna is opened. She can't contain herself any longer.
Peter, I'm grateful to be in heaven with you for my pious and my obedient life. But up here, all I get is tuna and bread. When down there, they eat like emperors and kings. Peter, I don't understand.
Let's be realistic, Mother Teresa. For just two people, does it pay to cook?
Even a group of nuns were surprised they had to answer questions in order to get into heaven.
Welcome, ladies, welcome.
We're so glad to be here. Can't wait to see our accommodations. Can we go and look now?
Not yet, ladies. Before you can enter, I must ask some questions of you, and to see how well you know your Bible.
I didn't know we had to take a test. I don't know if I can answer the questions. I'm scared. I'm nervous.
Okay, let me ask the first of you. What was the name of the first man in the world?
Oh, that's easy.
You're welcome, Ted. Now, a second question for you. What was the name of the first woman in the world?
Oh, that's so easy. That was Eve.
Welcome to heaven. Now for the last question. What was the first word spoken by Eve when she first saw Adam?
Boy, that's a hard one.
Heavenly. Changing themes. I know this joke about these two gals that meet in a bar.
You know, you really have a joke for everything. Okay, lay it on me.
Okay, a seaman meets a pirate in a bar. The two gals take turns boasting of their adventures on the high seas. The seaman notes that the pirate has a peg leg, hook, and an eye patch. So she asks, "How did you end up with the peg leg?" The pirate replies, "We were in a storm at sea, and I was swept overboard into a school of sharks. Just as my men were pulling me out, a shark bit my leg off." "Wow," said the seaman, "what about your hook?" "Well," replied the pirate, "while my men and I were plundering in the Middle East, I was caught stealing from a merchant. I was arrested, and my hand was cut off." "Incredible," remarked the seaman. "How did you get the eye patch?" "A seagull dropping fell into my eye," replied the pirate. "You lost your eye to a seagull dropping?" the sailor asked. "Well," said the pirate, "it was my first day with the hook."
So, do you know any bar jokes?
"Sure. Now with these two Irish gals sitting at the bar, then one of them turns to the other and says,
I'm sure. I can't think, but from listening to you, that you might be Irish.
Oh, yes, I am, my darlings. I tell you, however on earth did you know?
I could tell by your accent. You sounded like you're Irish. I'm Irish, too.
Well, I'm from Dublin, I am.
Oh, well, I'm from Dublin, too. What a coincidence.
And I want you to know that I lived on a lovely little street called McCleary, in the heart of Dublin.
Well, I came from Dublin, too, and I lived on a street like that. Sure, in Begorra. So am I.
Any good Irish woman living in that part of Dublin would have gone to St. Mary's.
By God, it sure is, because I went to that very same school, St. Mary's.
No.
Yes. Well, drink to that. Yes.
Now tell me, I graduated in 1964. And when did you graduate?
I can hardly believe that. I graduated in 1964. Yes.
Let me say, oh, good Lord must be smiling down on us.
Yes.
I can hardly believe our good luck. Both graduating from St. Mary's in 1964.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful, yes.
I tell you, when Irish eyes are smiling, sure like an Irish rain.
Can I have a shot, please? Oh, what's with those two?
Same old, same old. The Murphy twins are drunk again.
to see when anyone cries.
It's not that. I got up late. I got to work. My boss was enraged. He fired me. I left the building and I went to my car and I found out my car was stolen. The police said they couldn't do anything, so I took a cab to go home. When I got home, I found my husband in bed with the maid. I had even taken a cab home, and I got out of the cab, and I realized I left my wallet, my credit cards in the cab, and he just drove away, and my husband's sleeping with the maid, and I decided to come to this bar, and I was thinking of about ending my life. And just when I was going to do that, you came in and drank my poison.
How about this one? In a bar, where this fellow approaches a good-looking lady and says,
I notice you're looking at a map, ma'am. Are you a visitor to our town?
Why, yes, I am. I came to town to attend a get-together.
Oh, what kind of get-together? Business or pleasure?
Business get-together. I'm going to the annual Nymphomaniacs of America convention here in town.
And what is your role at this business, at this meeting?
I'm the lead lecturer. I am going to debunk some of the popular myths about sexuality. I figured they're not from my experience.
What kind of myths will you be debunking?
Well, one popular myth is that the Afro-American man is the most well-endowed of all, when actually, it's the American Native Indian that's the most well-endowed.
No kidding. What other myth will you be debunking?
Another popular myth is that Frenchmen are the best lovers. Actually, it's men of Jewish descent that are the best.
Fascinating. Anything else?
I have. Yes, there's another popular myth. That lovers with absolutely the best stamina are the southern rednecks, not the Italians, as originally thought. Now, I should not be talking to you like this. I don't even know your name.
My name? My name is Tonto Goldstein. My friends call me Bubba.
Speaking about a man and a woman at a bar, how about this one?
Hey, mister, I see you've got a cowboy hat. Are you a real cowboy?
Well, I spent my whole life breaking colts, working cows, and going to rodeos, fixing fences. Raising calves, building hay, cleaning my barn, fixing my tractor, and feeding my dog. So yes, I guess I'm a real cowboy. What about you?
Me? Oh, that's me. I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I think about is women. I go to take my shower, and I think about women. I sit down to have my breakfast, and I think about women. All day long, I think about women.
Hey, mister, are you a real cowboy?
I always thought I was, but I just found out I'm a lesbian.
Now, I'm reminded of this story taking place in a doctor's office.
Come on, honey. You gotta help me out. You see, the doctor has this new invention, and his guinea pig, her associate, couldn't be here tonight. So I was wondering if you'd like to help us out.
Sure, babe. What would you like me to do?
Oh, it's so simple. All you have to do is sit in this chair, and I'll give you a little one to hold on to, okay?
Oh, great. Anything for you, baby.
Good morning, Miss Brooks. I see you have everything ready.
Good morning, doctor. The only problem is your associate couldn't make it today. So I asked Mr. Gullible here if he would sit in and take his place.
Oh, that's so nice of you, Mr. Gullible. I thank you. I think it's time to bring in our first patient. Sip something.
Hi. Do you think the doctor's really going to be able to stop us stuttering?
Oh, absolutely. The doctor has perfected this new machine that electrically transfers whatever's wrong with you through the machine and into our colleague here.
Good afternoon, sir. Hello, Would I have any fun of you? First, just trying to empathize with you, to get what you're feeling so that I can cure you. I want to introduce you to my machine. This is my new machine. It's got an acronym, just like an MRI, an EKG, and a GYN. Would you like to see it? There we go. Thermal instant transfer system. It's going to make you very much better. You want to sit over here? Just come sit right down and hold on to this end. And Mr. Gullible will hold on to that end. And here we go. One more time. Okay, well.
I can't believe it. No stuttering, but something's wrong. I never knew I spoke with a Jewish accent.
These things happen.
What happened to me? I never spoke this way. Something's going on. Let me know, honey, please. What's happening?
Come on.
Take this out of me.
Now, one more time now. Just one more time.
One more time.
Will you bring in our next
Of
patient,
course.
Ms.
You can
Brooks?
come in now.
Doctor, I hear you have a machine that can cure me of this terrible problem I have.
What seems to be your problem, sir?
I have this terrible twitching, these ticks, and I can't seem to get rid of him. My partner is ready to break off our relationship. Can you help me?
I can certainly try. Come, sit right down.
Oh, I hope so.
All you have to do is put your hand on my TITS machine. Hold on here, sir. You got it?
Good.
Good. And here we go, one more time. Again. I think that might have done it. Let's see the outcome.
I can't believe this. I feel like a new man. I don't have my twitch anymore. I feel a new strength. I'm going to tell my partner, I'm going to say, Ralph, get the hell out of my apartment. But to tell you the truth, Doctor, I'm going to miss my friends behind.
We have another patient coming.
What did happen to me? Oh, I never acted like this before. And you know, I'm starting to like it. Wee! Woo! This is very weird. Where's your husband? Woo! I go woo!
Relax, Mr. Gold. We only have one more patient. Will you come in, please?
want to give credit to and bring out on the stage. And then we hope you'll join us, and we're going to sing the song again. First of all, I'd like to introduce the two guys whose concept and work put this whole thing together, Joe Wolkenberg and Ben. The dancing and the chorus were the responsibility of Sheila Dunn, who is not here tonight. Scenic design, we had a wonderful scenic designer. I hope you appreciate the wonderful sets we had. Scotty, would you come out here? Scotty, major person that nothing would happen here without is our beloved Janice Wolkenberg. We have an awful lot of people that made everything happen. Without Charlie Trubia, we wouldn't have it. And then makeup and costumes, we have Koki Sikalis. And here are the rest of the people who were responsible for all the sets and moving things around and getting things here so the actors could be in place and do what they had to do. Phyllis Marangelo, Tom D'Alessio, Joe and Helen Navarro, Bob Aronson. And Pat Sikalis also. And the last three people who you couldn't know about are our lighting people, Marlene Eisman and Laura Schwatter, and our videotaper, Alden Kendall.
Our wonderful director, on behalf of our cast and crew, we want to thank you for your wonderful efforts on our part. You were just great.